Hello and welcome on Real Talk with Mrs. Fam. So I'm your host Olayinka Omotayo, aka Mrs. Fam. So with me today I have two very important guests. But before I start to introduce them and they tell me how many hats, they have so many hats they wear, so many titles. Before I go straight to introducing them, I want to talk about what this platform stands for. So Real Talk with Mrs. Fam, we talk about depression, we talk about mental health issues, parenting, family issues, lifestyle, things that happen in our economy, community, different things we talk on this platform. So today is a very big day because this is the first episode where we will be having this live broadcast. Now, I want you to sit, relax, and enjoy today's topic, which is, this topic today is a very powerful one, but sensitive at the same time. The silent struggles we hide. So what are the silent struggles that we hide? I want people to engage on this topic. So we're going to leave room because we're going live. So I want people who are watching us live to add in their comments, maybe their experiences. Even people who want to, maybe it might not happen to you personally, it might be that it's happened to someone that you know. I want people to talk about what they've seen, what they've experienced, and share with us because we all learn together. So I will start by looking to my left, and I know her name. In fact, she's my auntie. She's been very supportive of Mrs. Fam for so many years. Thank you, Mrs. Toyin Babs-Alli.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome. So I will give you the honor of introducing yourself, and like I said, the many hats that you wear.
I think I have only one head. So I wear just one hat. My name is Toyin Babs-Alli. I'm a social worker by profession, and I'm a mom, a wife, a minister of the Word of God, and that's about it. Let's keep it that simple. Thank you.
When I said many hats,
But it's just the one head.
on the one head, and to my left,
You're right.
to my right, see, I'm being dyslexic. And to my right, I want you to please introduce yourself, Mrs. Klein.
Thank you very much for having me, and I believe tonight will be a unique night. My name is Claire Ibidapomola-Oke. I am a mother, a sister, a wife, and I'm a psychologist, I'm a counselor, I'm a registered nurse, I'm a registered midwife.
Hey, many hats I said.
I'm a child of God, a servant of God, and all of the ones that are limited for now. Thank you.
Thank you both for coming on Real Talk with Mrs. Fam.
Yeah,
I'm really honored. Thank you so much.
yeah,
Right, let's get straight into this. So, the silent struggles that we hide. What are the silent struggles that we hide? We hide a lot of struggles. For some, the struggles can be depression, it can be anxiety, it can be financial, it can be parenting, it can be relationships, it can be marriages. It comes in different forms. The silent struggles that everybody faces. The struggle for some people may be moving into an environment that they know nobody, they don't know how to relate. It could be work, for some people. So I'm going to ask the first question now to my very first guest here. How many people smile on the outside while hurting on the inside? Why do you think so many people choose to hide their struggles instead of speaking up? Why do people hide it? What's the reason for hiding it?
The first thing that comes to mind is societal expectations.
Okay.
A lot of people are enslaved to what will people think about me. if I should be going this. Maybe they have presented a posterior that is strong, getting it together. So having to say to people that I'm going through what I'm going through is, to them, is a form of weakness or something that speaks opposite to what they had presented. So I think there are lots of reasons why people hide struggles. But that's because, number one, the world has become very wicked and unfeeling. A lot of people will say, how is that my business? People will say, you made the choice, so live with the consequences. People have become very dispassionate. People no longer are compassionate towards others, towards what other people are going through. So we have become so judgmental, and this comes from trauma from everybody. Some people are carrying their own traumas and they don't want you to come and add yours to theirs. So it's a multifaceted factor. It's a multifaceted thing. There are several reasons. If we had the time and we have to dig through each one of them, we realize that we could never get to the end of it, because there are lots of things. Some it will be childhood trauma, traumatic experiences. Some it will be because everyone sees their marriage on the outside that it's together. They don't want to be the bad person that will say, oh no, it's not together. So people will go through abuse in their marriages. People will go through deaths financially. People will do a lot of things, and they will still want people to think, oh yeah, we've got it all together. So I think there are many reasons. It's a multi-pronged factor for a lot of people to hide what they are going through, simply because the world knows how to judge rather than letting people let it out. So people need to know the people around them that they can, in fact, if you can count on the fingers of one hand, maybe two people that in your whole sphere of influence or circle of friendship, maybe one or two people that you can actually say things that are so private to, without them judging you. But then these two, they don't even know them, because everyone wants to pretend as if everything is all right.
And everything is not all right.
Of course.
And it's not a sign of weakness to reach out for support, I believe.
Well, it is not, but only for those who actually admit to themselves
That there's
that there's a problem.
That there's a problem.
Yeah.
So they have to admit that there's a problem.
That is where the
But a
healing
lot of
starts from.
people are in denial.
Or they will be in denial because they don't want to they don't want to look in the mirror. They do not want to see, okay, where can I go from here? What am I going through? Some people have refused to give it a name. They've not called it what it is.
So they'll rather smile.
So
and
they'll rather
pretend.
smile.
Am I alright to use that word pretend?
Well, it's alright to use the word pretend. It's pretension, really, but at the same time, a lot of them will say, oh, well, I'm keeping my business.
Okay.
We have a lot of names we've given to it.
Right.
Some it's in pretense, and some it's in, oh, it's my business. Nobody needs to be in my business. I'm not saying you should not be private with your day-to-day whatever, but at least you should have a space where you can actually talk about things to others.
Very well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
Very well.
Okay, I am going to ask the next question. Miss, over to you now. So, in your own experience, what are some of the silent struggles people carry every day that often go unnoticed by friends, family, and the society?
Thank you very much. There are quite a lot of things.
You're welcome.
There are so many myths that encapsulates women and what they are going through. We have a lot of naysayers that believe some people should be able to withstand some storms,
Okay.
and it is very wrong.
Hmm.
Nobody is perfect. No home is perfect. No marriage is perfect.
That's true.
But human judgmental errors has coined people to carry unwanted loads.
Human judgmental
Mental errors.
That's a new word for me. Yeah.
Human judgmental errors and the feeling of being labeled as a failure has put people into an irreversible dilemma. Domestic violence, domestic abuse is on the rise because people are afraid to speak out. And so many people will be saddled with the talk It is your cross. Carry it.
It is your cross.
There's never any cross in domestic violence.
Mm.
There's never any cross in domestic abuse. And there's never any joy in putting people where they shouldn't be. I am an advocacy of when the tide turns and you are going to be a punching bag, you need to come away from there. Because it's not going to stop.
Mm.
It will carry on.
It is not going to
It's
stop.
not going to stop.
Once it started.
It starts. And the monstrous abuser or alleger will do nothing until they see the end of the victim. So I say to people, you might have started well. Once there is a side to the coin, don't say it's only for the time being. You may not live to tell the story.
May not live to tell the story.
So we need to know that people are covering up a lot of idiosyncrasies that are not allowed in our society. Number one, the feeling that I'm not enough is being covered. Number two, I am a failure. What will people say? And another thing that people cover up, apart from domestic violence and abuses, are body shaming,
Body shaming.
name calling,
That's a big one.
aging, reproductive issues, like someone going through menopausal problem, easily they will say, oh, she's going through mental health. It is not mental health.
And that's the struggle for
That's the
somebody
struggle for
else.
someone else. Some are going through PCOS. Some are going through emotional burden because they expect the person to bear every problem in the family. And other things that people are going through is psychological trauma as women. So some of these silent problems are something that needs to be addressed from the grassroots. Otherwise, touching the surfaces without really tackling the fundamental,
The root
rudiments
problem.
is not going to help us.
It's not going to help us. It's not
So
going to help us.
body image, body changing, body blaming, menopause, emotional labor, psychological instability, financial pressures, financial abuse, coercive pressure, and a lot of things are silent problems and struggles that women are having to cope with, which shouldn't be. And it's about time that people know why they are in life. It is not a do or die that you must remain in a home. If there is no peace there, where you are not celebrated, you cannot, if you are tolerated and not celebrated, you're just digging your own grave. So that's what I say to people. In the Bible, there is a verse that says, when things are happening, there is room for separation, for the time being.
I'm not
Thank
a
you
very
very
religious person, but yeah, if
Thank
you say
you.
it's in the Bible, then it is in the Bible. Right, I'm going to come to you for the next question. How can we create a safe space where people feel comfortable saying I'm not okay without fear of being judged or shamed? So now we've identified there are issues. People are not saying it because of one thing or the other, like you two have mentioned. But now that, how can we create that safe space for people to say, for them to say it's I'm not okay, and let them feel comfortable saying it? Where is that space? How can we create that enabling environment for people?
I'm going to be tunnel vision here and assume that most of the people who will tune into this channel are people who look like me, people who have cultural backgrounds the same as I do. And I'm going to take that liberty to address that situation.
Okay.
We are people who, we are so distrustful as a people.
Okay.
And there are few safe places. A lot of people are always afraid, though if they want to speak out, they are afraid that, oh, the thing I have said in the secret will become will be spread on a table, a communal table where people will be discussing it. So I think as a people, first and foremost, we need to change our perception of other people's behavior. Number one. Number two, if people are around you, I have this ethos that I live my life by. That is, leave people better than you met them. Create trust. Create trust. When you're asking people how are you, don't ask it as a perfunctory thing. Don't be saying, because it is what everybody says, how are you. When you say how
like
are
a tick
you,
box.
yes. When you say how are you,
Mean it.
mean it and say I am asking how you really are. Is everything okay?
Right.
When people understand that you have the genuine care to know how they're doing, they kind of come a bit towards you.
You agree with that as well?
Yes. So you have to let people know, every human being, everybody around your world must know you are a safe space. I don't know how we can create that, but what I have done, I have a lot of people who are very free to confide in me about things, even serious things. Now, I teach the 9 to 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds in church.
Okay.
I have become so used to them that they will tell me some things they've not told their parents. And do you know the caveats they will give me? If you tell my mom and my dad, we're going to say you are a liar.
Oh.
Yes, because they realize that they have reposed some confidence in me. And they do not want me to betray that confidence. And each and every one of us must learn to be that safe space for the next person. The Yorubas will say that an eye for an eye, I don't know whether it's the English, but that's the Yoruba version as well. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. So when people cannot trust you, they can't trust them, who are they going to trust? That's why we have children who can't talk to their parents about the things they are going through. Maybe sexual pressure from their peers, they can't. Because I say, hey, at your age, I didn't know that. So I am taking the liberty of addressing people who look like me, people from my background, who will not open their mouth to tell their children, look, this place, this is what they are, this is their function. And it goes way beyond the function of the body to even when people confide in you about some things. Hey, Osheyiton, you did this. That's what people
So
do.
that's you making yourself approachable.
Yes.
And people to have that trust in you. But at the same time, people disclosing, younger people now, or even, adults, I'm sure you're a social worker, you're aware of safeguarding.
Of course.
So if there's anything that needs to, be escalated.
Oh, definitely.
I'm
I
sure
do say some
that
things to
you-
some parents. They just
yeah.
do not know that it comes from their children.
Yeah.
So that's just it. And if there are some that are too sensitive to let the parents know, I kind of find a way. You see, where there is a will, there's always a way. And where you can pray, you actually use wisdom. Because the Bible says that wisdom is profitable to... Yeah. So you see, so there is no how, no matter how big it is, you should be able to manage people's expectations. Sometimes all people need is to talk.
So that safe space, for you is people coming to you in church because you
Not necessarily.
mentor, even at work, and it's just to be approachable. I think first you have to be approachable.
Being approachable may not cut it.
May
It
not.
is just be a keeper.
Be a
I don't know
keeper.
how to put it. Be that personality, that person that people actually feel safe around. People will sense that
And
they are safe
trust is
around
important
you.
as
It
well.
is, because when you don't talk anyhow, you don't have
Be
mouth
confidential.
diarrhea,
Yeah.
and people will repost some things in you. Leave it to them to want to tell people whether they want to, but it shouldn't be from you. Because at the end of the day, if someone said something to you, the aim of it is not for it to be disseminated.
Yes.
So why should I
Like somebody
disseminate it
calls
for
you now, you know the way you call some people, and honestly, before you put the phone down, your story is everywhere. And come on.
And I think that's why people hide
Come
things.
on.
That's why
And I
people
believe
hide.
as
So it's
well.
not really bad that they're hiding. Nobody wants to hide. We all know that a problem shared is a problem halved. So if people can even talk about what they're going through without you having to say anything judgmental, don't
And
just
don't
say
judge.
you did that, you did.
It's your
Don't
fault.
even say you should have done this. No, sometimes just let them air it out.
Yes.
Once they have finished speaking it,
then you
are
can
you
now.
okay now?
Yeah.
Do you even feel much better? That's what I ask.
And
Are
you
you
know,
okay now?
talking about things sometimes for some people, that's just all
That's
they
all
need.
they need.
That's all they need. So I'll come to the next question, which is, if there is someone out there listening tonight and they're silently battling with depression, anxiety, grief, or other personal struggles, what advice would you give to them tonight?
Thank you very much. It's quite it's quite a lot of things in there.
It is. I agree.
Depression is real,
It is.
and a lot of people have depression without even knowing that it's depression.
True.
And I believe that anyone that is going through depression should not keep quiet.
Do you mind if I interrupt you for a second there? You said a lot of people don't know that they have depression.
Yeah.
Could you just a bit of maybe one or two things that people do which we can, say this you're depressed, and they're like, I am not depressed. So what are those things that people do and the other people see like there's something wrong and they're in denial?
Yeah, there are several signs and symptoms of depression. Number one is when what makes you happy before, suddenly you don't have the urge anymore. You're not interested in it.
Like going out.
Insightfully, yeah, that's a sign of depression.
Okay.
And the person may not know that it's depression. The person might be thinking, I don't belong anymore. Low self-esteem,
Low self-esteem.
self-denial, and self-blaming. Those are signs of depression. Or when you think what should be done is not being done. You see yourself as not meeting up to expectations. That's a sign of depression. And things that easily was uniquely known to you, you just feel a detachment from it. That's a sign of depression. And there is also societal induced depression.
Okay.
Because if people are doing something, for instance, and you are not able to match up to what they want done, you can feel depressed because you believe that you are not in their league,
Okay.
or you're not in their caucus. But instead of keeping it to yourself, I would urge people to speak out. And because there is lack of trust, there's lack of genuine compassion. People
Genuine
are not
compassion.
talking anymore. So anyone that is depressed out there tonight, I wouldn't want you to be depressed to the extent that your mental health breaks down. I wouldn't want you to feel depressed whereby you'll be managed on medication. I wouldn't want you to be depressed to the stage of losing your sleep. Because when you lose your sleep or insomnia comes in, that means you will be given an antidepressant.
And being given medications for some people is just what they need. Do you agree with
Some
me?
needs it, but before you get to that stage,
Mm.
there are some therapies
Mm.
that should have been put in place.
Place, yeah.
That is one. So if you're depressed there, don't keep it to yourself. If you think you cannot trust anyone, look for a counselor, a professional counselor, even if you can't afford it. Because not everybody that is giving counsel is qualified to do it. I say to people, not until I went for MSc, psychology and counseling, then I know that we have done it. People are doing wrongly. They believe that they are in position of, I'm in charge of this place, you should come for counseling. There are diversities of counseling.
And talking about counseling, like from the background that we have come from, is this something that you feel, if I just say to people, I think you will benefit from counseling, do you think it's something that people would want to? Because, for example, if your car gets spoiled, you go to the mechanic, you have health issues, you go to the doctor. But counseling, from our background, is this something that people would just, oh yeah, that's fine, I need counseling, I'm going for counseling?
Before now, it is a no. They believe they don't need to go for counseling. But when you look at things going on now, people are agreeing to book sections for counseling.
That's good.
And then
That's
with the
positive.
new generation, they believe that they need counselors, they need therapists, they need people to put them through. Whereas where we come from, they believe that no matter the storm, put it on as a cloth and carry it.
Very well.
But counseling is very vital. Anyone that is feeling depressed needs a psychotherapist, needs a counselor, and needs someone to help them. And when you look at people going through grief, grief is something that can either make a person or destroy a person. Anyone going through grief, it is natural to grieve. It is natural to voice your anger,
Yeah.
but don't wallow down in grief.
Alone.
Alone in it. There are grief or bereavement specialists. It's just a matter of talking and seeking help.
Yes.
So don't grieve alone,
Yeah.
and don't let grief dictate your life to you. And you said anxiety.
Yeah.
Anxiety is fear of unknown. What will come up next? How will I go about it? And fear or afraid of something that is not meant to be. So when you are full of anxiety, you just need to vent out. Hyperventilate your issues, even if you don't want to talk to anyone. If you stay alone in an open space, you can actually conquer anxiety. And when you said personal struggles, we all have struggles.
We all have struggles, yeah.
We are all going through a lot. We are all in need of help. Anyone that has personal struggles or emotional psychological problem or financial issues, anything, health issues,
You don't have to carry it alone.
you don't have to carry it alone.
Which is why we having this program to encourage ourselves, to empower ourselves, to say that you're not alone.
Yes.
You have help out there. And I just wanted to say thank you for answering that. Honestly, you are really, you went through the depression, the anxiety, and the finance and depression.
Thank you.
I have the right guest in the studio today. So I just wanted to say, there's advice out there, and there are so many ways where people can be supported.
Yeah,
So
they
here
can
in
signposted.
yeah, that's it. Here in the United Kingdom, we have the Samaritans, we have the Mind, we have NHS, we have the Shout, we have the Calm. So for the Samaritans, they're available 24 hours a day,
That's true.
365 days a year for anyone who needs someone to listen. So for some people, it's just you just want to talk. You want somebody to listen to you. That's why we have the Samaritans here in the UK. We have the Mind for mental health, people going through mental health issues. So they have information and support for your mental health, including anxiety, depression, and stress. For some people, it's just stress at work, but they kind of hide it. They don't want people to know they're under stress, which is affecting their personal life, other related issues. And then we have the NHS, where you can speak to your GP, where you can access mental health services and support near you. So you can go on the website, if you want, on nhs.uk/mental health. And then we have the Mind, we have the Shout, where you have free and confidential support. You can either text them and they're there 24/7. We have the Calm, which is CALM, where they support anyone. They support anyone struggling, especially with loneliness. At the start, some people are just being lonely, and that's what they're hiding. And they, I'll use my word again, pretend that they're not lonely, but they are lonely. So you can speak to this. You can reach out to Calm, where they support anyone struggling, especially with loneliness, or people have suicidal thoughts. So they support them, or when they feel overwhelmed. And so I feel all these support networks would help people, to know that they are not alone. Before we round up on the program, what is that thing that you feel, just maybe one or two sentences, that you feel people should do to come out from that, wallow in that deep end that they are.
This may not be easy for everyone, but I think you have to know yourself. When you know yourself and you know you're struggling, when you don't know yourself, you would be pulled every which way, and psychologically that's not good for you. Everybody has had a period in their lives when things were not moving the way they had wanted them to move. But everyone stuck with it because that's the familiar. That's the old habits. That's what, but it's not working for you, and it's causing you anxiety. It's causing you problems. It's making you feel stuck. Why don't you just step out of that? Look at yourself. There are always other ways. There are always other avenues. Don't be stuck in one way, thinking that's the only way. Just find other routes. It is people who find, who look for, that finds.
That's it.
So look for another way out. How can I look for someone who is doing what you want to do, and go to that person? This is where I am at. I don't want to be there anymore. Can you teach me how to get out of the rut? Because most of these things, they are rut we pulled ourselves in unknowingly.
Unknowingly.
So you have to really come to yourself. That prodigal child, they said he came to himself. He came to himself and he said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up and I'm going to, he rehearsed what he would say to his father.
So today somebody is going to get up.
Yeah, get up
and get help.
And just get help. I'm going back to my father and I'm going to tell him, look, I don't need to be your son anymore. Just make me a servant, because I was not eating with pigs when I was with you.
Somebody is going to reach out for help today. Somebody is going to talk to somebody today. Somebody is not going to be feeling anxious, depressed, or if they are, they're going to reach out for support.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
There's always someone to talk to.
Very well. So, what is that one word that you, like an advice that you can give to people watching us now? Women, men, younger, older people, our community as a whole, to say, look here, you found yourself in this situation, but it is not the end of the world.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I will say to everyone listening, regardless of the sex, young or old, man or woman, yellow, brown, pink, the pressure to appear fine should not drown your life. Pressure to appear fine. When it is not, everything is not well, the pressure to say all is well. Don't let that judge you and put you down the drain. Number 2, fear of retaliation. Don't allow fear of retaliation to put you where you do not belong. And another thing I will say is that the concern for children. With or without you, the children will go far. It is only a person that is okay that can take care of the children. And lastly, cultural religious stigmatization should not be a barrier to your escape route. It's not about what they are going to barrier. It's not a barrier. It's not about what they will say. It's about what God is saying and what you need. And remember, it's God that created you. You are not under obligation to be subservient to anyone to say, carry on.
Stay there.
Stay there.
Or you're meant to be there.
Yeah,
or because you have done this, you have to remain there.
So that is my advice to the people.
Thank you so much for coming on today's program. And with that, we are coming to the end of today's first Real Talk with Mrs. Pham. I am very, very honored to have you guys with me. And the silent struggles that we all face is something that we have been discussing. And you can hear from my left and my right, people talking about how to deal with it, reach out for support. You're not on your own. And sometimes you can feel like, oh, it's my fault, I caused it. But yeah, even if you have caused it, like one of my guests said, it is still not the end of the world. So there's still help out there. But once it's identifying that there's a problem, and that's how you can get help. So now we're going to say thank you for watching. God bless you until we meet next time, where we talk about real life topics, real life issues that sometimes people are scared to talk about, or they are too ashamed, to talk about. Till we meet next time, God bless you. See you. Bye for now.